In this episode of Retro Gamer Nation, we take a look at Jarlac, a hack-and-slash arcade adventure game for the Amstrad CPC released late in 2018 by RetroBytes Productions. The backstory to Jarlac tells the tale of true love and happiness between Jarlac and beautiful Arlette, living in the kingdom of Tiamat. That is, until a dark sorcerer fell in love with Arlette, and she rejected all of his advances. Out of anger and jealousy, the sorcerer turns Arlette into a stone statue. In despair, Jarlac rushes back to find Arlette in her petrified state, but in her hand she holds the solution to overturn the spell, a heart of stone. So it's up to you to take control of Jarlac and his trusty sword and guide him around the lands of Tiamat to collect 13 heart fragments and the lost parchment, which is required to cast a spell that will restore Arlette back to her normal self. But the trick to the game Jarlac is that the heart fragments can only be collected when you have enough magic power to cast a powerful spell that kills all enemies on screen and frees the hearts from their stone casing. You collect magic by killing enemies. When a magic indicator fills up, then you're ready to cast your spell. The game features respawning of enemies, which I normally dislike, but this is not the case here with Jarlac, as you can use the respawning of enemies to your advantage, but going in and out of the screen containing less difficult enemies to finish them off, and thus quickly building up your magic energy. One nice touch is the recognition that a broadsword is not a good close combat weapon, so you need to have some distance between you and the enemy in order to eliminate them, otherwise you will sustain hits. Jarlac also features an energy bar and 5 lives. This generous allocation of lives ensures that the game is immediately accessible to all players. The overall game difficulty is very well balanced, just rising gradually throughout the game, allowing you to progress to the very end. Water pools can be used to restore energy, while lava pits will have the opposite effect. Jarlac features flip screens, which can be somewhat tricky at times when you have to make off-screen jumps. The need to make off-screen jumps is perhaps the only negative to the overall game design, as it can be somewhat frustrating to miss your jump and find that you have to navigate your way back a few screens, fighting through the same enemies again. Otherwise, navigating Jarlac across Tiamat is quite an enjoyable experience. Once you have collected the 13 heart fragments and the parchment, you are then ready to face off against the dark sorcerer. Defeat him, and then you are ready to restore Arlette back to her natural beauty. The graphics within Jarlac are colourful and quite beautiful. There is plenty of variation across the game map world, always providing the player with something new to see. The main character sprite is well defined and animated. The music is great, even though it may not necessarily fit the theme of the game. Overall, Jarlac is an enjoyable game to play that is presented very well with its bright and vibrant graphics and its pumping soundtrack. It doesn't necessarily offer anything new for the genre, but what is in the game is of good quality. I have no trouble recommending Jarlac for the Amstrad CPC.